Hey guys, this is Khalif from Fat Guy Skinny Wallet, and I'm here to do a video. It's probably going to be a little bit long, but what I'm going to do before I even tell you the topic or anything, if you look below in the description bar, the description box, I am going to put a little mini table of contents so that you can click to whatever part of the video interests you more than others in case you don't want to see the whole thing. So I'll try to do that whenever I know my video is going to be a little long so that you can still watch and get the full benefit and hear what I have to say. So anyway, the question I'm going to address if I stop playing around my desk is, why did I choose not to have weight loss surgery? This question initially was asked by Angel's Cool Tool WLS months ago. I initially asked her if she was doing so well pre-op, if with being disciplined and trying to lose weight before her surgery date, and even before her liquid diet, why then, for her and even for other people, but why choose to do surgery if you're doing so well without it? And that was just because I really wanted to know. And she gave a great answer and then asked me, well, why did you choose not to have weight loss surgery? And just so you know, I was my heaviest recorded weight was 292 pounds. I'm 5'6" on my best day. So I definitely was a candidate for surgery. My insurance would have covered surgery completely, as my BMI was astronomical, and they would have easily covered the surgery, just based off of that. That's what all I'll say. So anyway, then Joelle Loves Horses asked me the same question on the Renew show. She said, did you have weight loss surgery? Why or why not? And so I was only able to say, no, I didn't have it, and the answer is going to be really long, so I'll just do a video about it. So anyway, here's the video. I broke my answer down to 4 reasons. Number 1, it's surgery. That's why I didn't want to have it. It's surgery. There are inherent risks with all surgeries, even something as small as taking out your tonsils. When I was probably at my worst, before I got married or whatever, I know that weight loss surgery was probably a lot more risky 10 years ago than it is today. At the time, I know a lot of people were, who would get these large incisions, and it just seemed to be a mess. I watched some surgeries, actually, weight loss surgeries on television, like whatever channels, I forgot. But anyway, those channels that show you all those surgeries, and watched a lot of liposuctions and things like that, and plastic surgery. I just love surgery. So anyway, with those large incisions, or even smaller incisions, there's a great chance of infection, and especially being in a hospital with every type of bacteria around. That's one of the big risks. And then also being under anesthesia. And for someone that was my size, being under anesthesia is a serious risk for someone who's obese. And I didn't want to take those risks, so I just didn't want to have surgery because it's surgery. I don't want to have surgery at all. Number 2, second reason why I chose not to have weight loss surgery was I wanted to give more conventional options a fair chance. When I say conventional options, my first thing is just diet and exercise. And I don't mean specific diets. I mean just cutting back what I eat. Just making sure that I would eat less points. I said points because I'm distracted by something. But no, I never did Weight Watchers, by the way. But eating less calories than I would take in. So I never did that for a prolonged period of time. I never really tracked my food. I did, playing around, but it was never serious back then. So I can't say that I gave it my all. Even a specific plan. I'd rather go and do Weight Watchers, not Now, or South Beach or one of those things. Like, I never even did those. I never did the Zone diet, or I never did any plan. I never did any fad diet. I never jumped on any exercise routine, any DVDs that came out and were popular. I never jumped on them and said, ooh, this is the new thing, so let me go do that. So because weight loss surgery is such a drastic move, I wanted to know in my heart that I gave every other option 100% and just failed at it because they did not work for me. Not because I didn't give it my all. I wanted to know that I gave something 100% and it just didn't work when I followed it perfectly. And I couldn't say that for anything. So I didn't. Why have surgery if I couldn't do it with these other options that don't involve cutting me open or redistributing my gastrointestinal tract? The third reason, I wanted to focus on getting healthy. Now, why do I say that? Most people say they want to get healthy, right? Not really. Many people, even people in the weight loss community on YouTube, want to lose weight. A lot of people, they just want to be smaller. They want to be thin. They want to feel good about themselves. Not everybody has a focus of saying, I want to be a healthier person. And I mean, we have different goals. You know, I wanted to focus on getting healthy. Surgery does nothing to make you healthy. It only makes your stomach smaller or something around that area smaller so that you can take in less food. It doesn't do anything to just make you healthy. So I knew that wasn't going to be the answer. Let me just say this. When I make that statement about the answer, many people who had weight loss surgery, and I'm talking a lot about a lot of people who I know personally, who have considered it or who have done it, they feel as though weight loss surgery is the answer. They feel as though that weight loss surgery is the thing that's going to save them. A lot of people don't know, they don't realize that after surgery, there's going to be a lot of hard work that you have to put in. It's not just get surgery and then sit back and magically your appetite's gone. Or magically your legs start moving and you start burning calories. It doesn't happen that way. And I think anybody who's had surgery and been successful at losing weight can at least tell you that they have the same urges. Some people don't. Most people don't have addictions to food. Most people eat food only because of a stressor. And if that stress isn't there, then they won't go out and binge and lose control. But if the stress is there, they cope with it by losing control in relation to food. So, you have that going on. You have people who are losing control for different from different things, and they don't address those issues, and just jump and have surgery. And a lot of those people who, whether you're addicted or not, I mean, if you're not addicted to food, it's probably easier to just have the smaller stomach, feel full, and to be done. But see, a lot of people, including me, I wouldn't eat just because of that. And I'll talk about that a little bit more for my fourth reason. But when I say this, I want to just clarify what I'm saying about it being the answer. Because I didn't want to fall into the trap of, and I see people, honestly, I'll be honest, I see people on YouTube who either have not had surgery yet, just had surgery, or have had surgery for a year, whatever it is, who, and I don't say this to belittle them, who thought or think that weight loss surgery was more than what it was. They expected more out of it than just being a tool. They thought it was going to be something that really changed food. See, we're not, unless it's a medical problem, we're not overweight just because we're eating bad foods, or overweight because we take in more calories than our body needs. It's that simple. We either have to increase the amount of calories that our body needs by burning more, by moving and working out, or we have to take in less food. And a lot of us don't want to take in less food. We have to take in less calories. And, a lot of us don't want to do that. A lot of us want the easy way out. We don't want to put in the hard work, and we don't want to hear that it's going to be that hard work. I'm not saying it's people who have surgery. I'm talking about all the people who are on Jenny Craig and Nutrisystem, and all the people who have to hug Richard Simmons every 6 months, and all the people on Biggest Loser who lost a bunch of weight and gained it back. I'm talking about the majority of people who have problems being overweight. It has nothing to do with surgery. There are people who don't focus on getting healthy. They follow all the rules that are associated with losing weight on surgery, and they still won't, through that, they won't be able to sustain it. And the reason being is because they will, I'm sorry, I just got a little distracted there. My wife came in and thought she was being slick by grabbing something without distracting me. But anyway, it didn't work. So let me get back to what I was saying. There are people who follow all the rules in order to lose weight. You know, I don't know them all, but they make sure that when they are very restricted, that they only eat certain foods. I think they call them like slider foods, you know, certain things that they know won't cause any type of obstruction. They will, you know, not drink water like within a half hour of eating, before or after. You know, all the little things that you have to do, chewing your food for like 30 to 45 seconds, and making sure a large part of digestion actually happens in the mouth. And, you know, all these little things that you have to do when you have any type of restriction through surgery. They do all these things. They, you know, focus on protein before any other macronutrient, and they lose some weight. But a lot of those things they're not able to incorporate these actions into just a healthy lifestyle, and it doesn't become something that they develop what they can do for the rest of their lives. And because of that, the weight comes back. Now, I'm still talking about the people who see this as the answer. I'm not talking about I'm not making a general statement about everyone who's had surgery. If you look at my fitness phase, you'll see that I have people who I've named fitness phase who have had surgery. So obviously that's not the case for everyone. But this type of thing actually happens on any plan that doesn't call for incorporating healthy habits that you can sustain and maintain throughout your entire life. So it's a lot of things that you have to do with your mind. There's a lot of preparation that should be involved. And I feel like I didn't put that type of effort in. And if I wanted to be healthy, I had to deal with a bunch of other things first before I jumped into surgery, or I would have been one of those people that I just described. I would have been one of these people who lost weight because I was tired of feeling sick by overeating, and then finally lost a bunch of weight and then started gaining it back. That would have been me. So number 4 is that I needed to change my mind in relation to food. I am addicted to food. I'm a food addict. I have dealt with the sin of gluttony for a large part of my adult life, and some of those temptations still come back. Most of the time in my adult life that I've eaten food, it's been because I wanted the taste of a certain food and not because I was hungry. So what that means is that I would sit here now and say, man, I really want pizza. Not because I'm hungry and really want pizza, but just I want pizza. I want pizza because pizza is good. That's why I want pizza. So I know for a fact that weight loss surgery patients who have a smaller stomach but don't change their relationships with and view of food can face very uncomfortable, painful, and even dangerous consequences when they overeat. And I know that I can be fine for a period of time and then overeat. And will that physical restriction be enough to change my mind and to stop what my mind wants me to do? Will that be enough? You know, that's something that I have to think about. I had to think about, and I said, you know what? I don't know if that's going to be enough, but if I find something that works, I needed to have it work mentally first and then physically. Weight loss surgery is the reverse. Surgery itself works physically, and hopefully those physical restrictions translate to something mental. I didn't want that. I wanted the other way around because I knew that I needed to change my mind. Because for me, my food had a controlling, it had a controlling effect over me. Food had mastery over me. I I was a slave to food at times. I would eat 25,000 calories in a day while only burning like 4. And the reason why is because I just wanted the food. And so nothing that could be done in a hospital bed, in an operating room, could change the fact that I would just do things to destroy my body just because I wanted food. And I needed to get that straight before I decided to do anything else. So those are the reasons. I'll just go through them again. Yes, I do have notes because it was a lot. It's surgery. There's a lot of risks associated with surgery, and to me, with all the other options out there, it wasn't worth it because there are things I can do that are not surgery related. I wanted to give the more conventional options a fair chance. I wanted to see if I could just lower my calories, which is all weight loss surgery does, is it forces you to lower your calories because you physically find it, I won't say impossible, nearly impossible to take in as many calories as you did. So I wanted to lower my calories, or I just wanted to actually live in a caloric deficit and watch the weight come off and become healthier. I wanted to focus on getting healthy. Surgery won't make you healthy, and I wanted to make sure that I was focused on getting healthy. Now, this does not mean that you can't get healthy if you're a weight loss surgery patient. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the surgery in and of itself does not make you a healthier person, for the most part. It's losing the weight, and losing the weight should be a byproduct of living a healthy life. And I know that many people who have had weight loss surgery, the most important thing in their journey is the scale. And I didn't want to be that. And I saw a wonderful video today by Miss T Lovely talking about the same thing, where she's talking about, she's going to go as slow as she needs to. And this was one of my fitness faves, and she's had surgery. I think she's 80 something weeks out, but she made the video like at week 70 and just posted it recently. So, she's just talking about doing whatever it takes to get healthy, and she'll lose the weight as the weight falls off. It will just fall off, and that's it. Fourth thing is I needed to change my mind in relation to food. I have an addiction to food. I dealt with gluttony and really had to repent of that sin and really ask God to give me strength against that in dealing with that sin. I knew that if I still had those sinful tendencies in my heart, there was nothing that surgery could do to stop that. And I didn't want to deal with the consequences that come with binging with that type of restriction, because they can be very dangerous. So there you have it. Those are my reasons why I chose not to have weight loss surgery. And if you probably wait a day or two, I'll put up another video, and this one I'm going to actually give you my views on weight loss surgery. I touched on some here, but really my true views on weight loss surgery and my views on weight loss surgery patients. How I feel about you guys who have had surgery. After everything that I just listed about why I would not have surgery, how do I feel about surgery? Some things I cover here, some things I didn't. And how do I feel about the people who have had surgery? So hopefully you'll see that. And then there's one challenge that I'm going to issue to people who are considering weight loss surgery, and hopefully you'll catch that as well. So again, I'll give the same disclaimer, is this video was not meant as something to put down what anyone has done, and this video was not meant to put down any person or to call anyone weak or saying they didn't consider things. This was telling you what I considered and telling you that I knew my weaknesses, and because of the weaknesses that I had, I couldn't do something like surgery until I got everything else straight. And it was in trying to get everything else straight that I realized that getting these things straight would naturally result in losing weight, because getting those things straight meant being a healthier person mentally, physically, and spiritually. So that's all I have to say on that. I knew it was going to be long. If you stayed to this long, I really do want to thank you, and I want to thank you for your support in general. This has been, being on YouTube has been one of the biggest reasons why I've actually been successful in trying to lose weight where other times in my life I failed. So thank you guys for listening to me, and I hope you're having a wonderful day.